2020 was a disappointing year for sports fans. The pandemic cut the NHL and NBA season short. So the thirst for real action, that was real, and the sporting world delivered. Here to break down the top 5 sports stories of 2021 is TSN's Marissa Roberto. Marissa, good to talk to you today.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much for having me. I can't believe it's been a whole year. It's been a whole year. Where has it gone?
Well, yes and no, right? It's been a long year and yet so short. So let's break this down for everybody. In the number 5 spot, we're going to head to the MLB, where an international star turned a historic year on the diamond. Number 5 is Shohei Ohtani's magical season. What did the Los Angeles Angels star do this year to secure his spot on the list?
Well, the 27-year-old baseball star served as both pitcher and batter for the Angels, which is already insanely rare to see. But the numbers this guy put up on both ends make him a baseball superhero that we all get to witness in real time. It's insane. He hit 46 home runs, placing him 3rd in the majors behind Vladdy Guerrero Jr. and Salvador Perez, who tied at 1st with 48. His 80 extra base hits were the 2nd most in the majors, now behind former Blue Jay Marcus Semien. He had 86. He stole 26 bases, which ranks him 8th in the majors. He led the American League and tied the Major League lead with 8 triples. He has so many batting accolades, I can't even get to them all because we just don't have time, because he's also a pitcher. He became the first pitcher in MLB history to be named the MLB All-Star Game as both a hitter and pitcher. Ohtani was named AL MVP for this historic season, edging out our very own Vladdy Guerrero Jr. It's quite remarkable, actually, this season. So I feel like he's number 1 in my books, to be honest, but we'll put him at number 5.
All right, yeah, and well-deserved. Ohtani made his mark by doing something we've never seen before. Our next athlete on our list made it here by doing what he always does, but in a different uniform. So in the number 4 spot, Tom Brady changes teams, wins the Super Bowl. Just how impressive is this?
Oh man, Tom terrific. As impressive as they come. In every GOAT conversation, Tom Brady must be on the nominees list from now until the end of time. He left New England Patriots for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in 2020, making the end of an astonishing dynasty. But it's not the end of Brady's, of course. His first season with the Buccaneers, Brady threw for more than 4,600 yards and 40 touchdowns en route to an 11-5 victory. The Buccaneers secured a wildcard spot in the playoffs, and he went on a magical run, defeating Washington, New Orleans, Green Bay to meet Kansas City Chiefs in the Super Bowl. Brady went 21 of 29 passing for 201 yards and 3 touchdowns. Of course, the 43-year-old was named Super Bowl MVP. I mean, obviously, for the 5th time in his career. Honestly, gotta say, it looks like it's a good time being Tom Brady.
Yeah, I feel like it's always a good time to be Tom Brady. All right, let's move on to the number 3 spot. It is an extension of a story that has dominated headlines this year. That is star players refusing to get vaccinated. So who are the highest profile athletes to take a stance against vaccines?
Yeah, unfortunately, this has to make the list. I hate talking about it, but this has to make the list. Kyrie Irving, he's a point guard for the Brooklyn Nets. He went public during the offseason. He came out and said everybody's entitled to do what they feel is best for themselves. So as per his decision, he was not allowed to play home games because of vaccination laws in New York. Recently, Irving has expressed the desire to get vaccinated with a quote-unquote plant-based vaccine. I'm actually not sure what that is, but the Nets were just doing fine without him, to be honest, sitting in the Eastern Conference. He has recently been invited to play with a team in cities with lax vaccine laws. And we have to talk about Aaron Rodgers, okay? Now, a lot of NFL players have chosen not to be vaccinated, but Aaron Rodgers' decision takes the cake because of how he chose to deceive the public when asked about his vaccination status. When he was asked straight up if he had gotten vaccinated, Rodgers said, "Yeah, I've been immunized," inferring that he had been vaccinated. When he contracted COVID and became unavailable to play for 2 weeks, as per the league rules for the unvaccinated, that's when the rest of us discovered that he was a liar, liar, pants on fire, okay? Instead of apologizing, he decided to antagonize those of us in the quote-unquote woke culture who have decided to do our part in helping lower the hospitalization numbers by getting vaccinated. So, I mean, unfortunate all around, of course, but Aaron Rodgers, I think Aaron Rodgers is on my, not naughty list, but disappointment list.
All right, so you want to move on? Let's do it. To number 2 on the list should make us all beam with pride. Our runner-up this year, Canadian women bringing home the hardware. So just how full is our trophy case after the year our women have had?
Oh man, we got some bling bling thanks to these ladies. Canadian women shone so bright in 2021. I had to buy new shades. Okay, let's start with our Olympic soccer team claiming a dramatic gold medal victory this summer. It was Canada versus Sweden in the gold medal game. Giulia Grosso, incredible, scoring the winning goal in penalties as Canada captures its first gold in soccer. Can you believe it?
So
you can
good.
put that on the board for the ladies. Just what a glorious moment. So exciting. Now we have to talk about the IIHF World Women's Championship. The Canada versus U.S. rivalry in hockey is so strong in both the men's and women's teams, of course, but our women this year punched their victory ticket over the Americans at the World Championship. Marie-Philippe Poulin scoring the OT winner to give Canada their first gold medal in the tournament in 9 years. We got to talk about Penny Oleksiak because she became Canada's most decorated Olympian ever. The 21-year-old won 3 medals to bring her career total to 7. She won the silver in the 4x100 freestyle and took home the bronze in both the 200-meter freestyle and the 4x100 medley. Just incredible. This girl is a shining diamond. We're so lucky to say that she is Canadian.
And the top sports story of 2021, this is a story woven through multiple leagues, conversation in professional sport that has really been muted until now, it feels like. Coming in at the #1 spot, athletes and mental health. So what happened in 2021 to place this at the top of our list?
Well, several star athletes stepped away from their respective sports this year just to focus on mental health and well-being for good reason. You know, being a professional athlete can take a toll physically and mentally, and it's important to acknowledge when you need a break, no matter what field that you're in. Let's start with Naomi Osaka, the highest paid female athlete in the world, announced in May that she was withdrawing from the French Open. She said in an Instagram post, "I think now's the best thing for the tournament, the other players, and my well-being that I withdraw so that everyone can get back to focusing on the tennis going on in Paris." She also noted that she had been struggling with depression and anxiety. In June, Osaka announced that she would be taking some personal time, missing out on Wimbledon. I also want to talk about Simone Biles. If you're watching the Olympics this summer, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The world's top female gymnast withdrew from the individual all-around event at the Tokyo Summer Olympics for mental health reasons. And I gotta tell you, I hated reading some of the negative comments coming her way for this decision. If you know anything about Simone's history as a U.S. Olympian, you think you could show a little empathy for some of the things that she's had to endure. It's a lot. It's a lot for these guys to deal with, for sure.
And that will do it for 2021. Marissa, thanks a lot for this. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Happy New Year.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.